holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Killer Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. I was going to go with Kwanzaa. What
All
else
the
is
damn
there?
religions. I'm not going to get into
Yes.
There's too fucking many. I don't give a shit what you celebrate. Happy holidays.
Flying Spaghetti Monster. May you have a good, delicious feast.
I love the pictures of those. I really
Hey,
do.
guys, yeah, Merry Christmas. This is our Christmas episode. Look how Christmassy it is. Oh, well.
It's a good particle effect you got going.
No, hang on. I didn't do it yet. Snow! It's going to snow the whole episode, or, yeah, that's it. Done.
Particle effects.
No, it's real snow. Shut up, John. Look at how it collects
Yeah.
on my hand, and I can taste it. That is way too much work to animate that. We're not doing that.
You're not gonna
So anyways,
animate
hey guys, welcome to Culture Shock. Did we say that? My name's Anthony.
Yeah, I'm John from Johnny Ethco.
And we're going to talk about the new Hobbit movie. The what is it now? It's not there and back
The
again.
Battle of Five Armies.
Boy, is it a battle of five armies.
It's a battle, all right.
It's a movie about a battle. John, just because I love this line so much, review this movie in one sentence.
People fought.
People fought. Is that a sentence? People
Yeah,
fought?
People fought.
I guess that is a sentence. My one sentence review as soon as I got out of the theater was, wow, I've never climaxed for so long.
Except for in Return of the King.
But no, the whole Return of the King had a beginning, middle, and end to it, even.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
stuff going on in the beginning. This one, they're like 15 minutes. There's going to be spoilers.
This one
First
was,
off, there's going to be spoilers.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Get the fuck out. All right, now.
Now I say, yeah, this one does not stand up on its own. You have to have seen 1, 2, and 3. Which even the Return of the King, I'll say, you really need to have seen 1, 2, and 3 to know what the fuck is happening.
But at least there was like a buildup in the movie. This one is just, all right, dragon, army, done.
Yeah.
That's the whole movie. This movie, this is the final of the Hobbit trilogy. To me, it was clearly just the cut climax of the previous film.
Are you talking about Smaug?
Well, just the whole film in general was supposed to be the climax of the previous film.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you said, like, somebody could take all 3 of these movies and cut it down to 4 hours, and it'd probably be a really good film. I agree. Also, there is that side of me that I really love some good old drug-out fantasy shit. And, like, I love watching the Lord of the Rings, the extended editions, the one with, like, 30 minutes of extra footage, and it's bullshit footage. It's stuff that, they could cut out of the movie, and it's gone.
But they're different things, right?
I enjoy it, yeah.
They're different things, aren't they?
Yes.
Not just the same things over and over again, happening over and over again. Oh, these dwarfs are hitting these orcs, and these elves are slicing.
No, there's more battle stuff and shit like
but
that.
But at least there's the variation. This is just a drawn-out battle of everything over and over again.
I mean, I felt it went pretty fast. Like, I honestly thought, I was like, man, there's got to be at least another hour left, and then it was over in 30 minutes. I was like, that went faster than I thought. I guess because there was so much shit going on.
It went faster, but that's because nothing happened in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, I've never read the books, so I didn't know where the battle starts. I just knew there was 5 armies, and they were going to have a battle. This movie, on its own, you say you like drawn-out fantasy. My dad, I went to go see it with my dad. He was yawning. Now, he was getting tired. I was close to yawning because, sure, it was high-packed action, but there was no valleys. It was just constant, it's happening battles. I got bored with it. When it's all just a constant, like, yes, you get bored with that after a while, and you're like, all right, that's still cool, but, oh my God, can we wrap this up? It was to the point of tedium. The stuff with the king is cool, the king and the dwarf mountain, that was fun, and then they just fight for a while.
Personally, I enjoyed it just as much as the other two. Like,
Okay.
I was like, okay, stringing them all together, I'm like, this is a fun watch. It's, I don't think it hit that plateau of the Lord of the Rings trilogy of being like, this is amazeballs awesome. And mostly, to me, it's just look-wise. And I can't believe they did this. They went overboard on the CG. Way overboard. Like,
Way
the
overboard.
the dwarf character, Dane, he was all CG.
That's what I was going to say.
What the fuck?
Every scene with him looked like a World of Warcraft CGI trailer.
Yeah, I agree. When he showed up, I'm like, okay, we're introducing a character this late into the fucking trilogy. Like, I'm your
It's like
cousin.
they forgot him, and they were like,
Okay.
oh, fuck, can we get a voice actor real quick? And
It's too late.
Can we
Make
not-
him CG.
No,
Make him
yeah, we'll do it CG. We'll get a few pickup shots of Thor, and it'll be fucking
Yeah,
fine.
it was weird. Like, I mean, he looked weird. It was like, they tried to make him CG, fail. I'm sorry. Like, don't be that lazy. He's in only like 5 scenes.
Yeah.
Put a guy and put him in a fucking costume, for God's sake. That was bad.
There
Like,
is too much
that-
CG, though,
Like,
yeah.
that was like cringe-worthy, like, ugh, that doesn't look good at all.
No.
But, I mean, for the amount of cringe-worthy CG, there's a lot of good CG.
There's a lot of
my
impressive
God, the
shots.
models, the battle shots, all that stuff. This film is like 95% fucking awesome. Man, these effects artists are killing it. But yeah, there's like 5% of it where I'm just like, ooh, God.
Yeah. And, a lot of people are comparing this to the prequels of Star Wars.
Oh, it's not that
But
bad.
listen,
It's not that bad,
listen.
though.
What I'm saying
God.
is the prequels of Star Wars are just not good, and they're lazily made. These might not be the best movies ever, but they were quality made films.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The Hobbit
Yeah.
movies were quality made. The trilogy was quality made.
Yeah.
And you were saying CGI. There's a ton of CGI in it. I was talking about this with my dad the other night about how these movies were all shot 3 years ago. It seems like now, like in the past couple years, there's been a big trend of let's do more practical effects. CGI is getting really old.
Yeah.
These were shot
because
3
it doesn't
years.
look as good.
But these were shot 3 years ago during the climate of. Maybe CG was still more acceptable 3 years ago.
Maybe
now it's like we're kind of getting off of it. Star Wars is going to do practical. Oh my god!
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
it feels weird now in this climate today.
I was more into the action in this film than any other. The Legolas.
That's all there is.
The Thorin. Yeah, I know there's a lot of action.
Story.
There is a lot of action. But
Christopher Lee and his 93-year-old ass is spinning around.
I enjoyed that.
No, it was great.
I enjoyed that. I was like, fuck yeah, look at Saruman whooping some ass. And, he eventually becomes a bad guy. I'm like, I like it. It is a nice, just, here's how this shit started and here's where it goes.
No, that was great, seeing Christopher Lee and them. I mean, that whole scene's pointless. They're just fighting.
Oh, it's super pointless. It's like, we could have gone the rest of our lives without watching this, but you know what? I'm glad this is here.
Yeah, this guy right here.
That's honestly
was doing flips and killing people.
That's how I feel about this whole Hobbit trilogy. Is like, we could have gone without it, but you know what? I'm glad we got it. I really enjoyed all of them. I mean, Return of the King is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, it is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's up here.
Okay.
All of these Hobbit movies were maybe 7.5 out of 10s. Like, good, not great, but they're there.
Yeah, I think the first two were better than this one. Like, those two were
really
decent,
wow.
And then like as movies, for a battle scene, the final one is the best. As a storied movie, it's not a film. It's just the climax. They chopped off the end.
See, again, I don't
That's
think
all it is.
It's tough to look at them like that. It's like, because this one was really like, you have to watch 1, 2, and 3 to get it all. I'm excited for the extended edition. I love the extended editions. I can't wait to see the last one for The Last Hobbit. The extended edition for Desolation of Smaug, there was a whole character. It's not even the damn thing. It's fucking Thorin's dad. They fucking Gandalf finds him when he's running around that place. I mean, there's 30 minutes of extra story in there that like ties it all together a little bit neater than the theatrical cut.
There should have been 2 films, like they said in the beginning. That's my look.
Now, like you said, somebody can take all 3 of these movies and cut them down into a nice 3.5 hour, possibly 4 hour, like, boom.
But even then, was this the story we needed to see?
Not really.
What I walked out of the theater going was, wow, that was a waste of a trilogy. We didn't need to see that ever.
Nah, I'm glad we did, though.
They weren't bad, but they weren't necessary.
No, they weren't necessary. Well, prequels are always hard to do, one. Yeah. And because, I mean, you know that the character survives. I mean, that is the
I didn't know that the big spoiler, the king guy dies at the end.
Yeah, Thorin died. Fili, Kili, they both die.
Aw.
Yeah, aw. And those were, like, good, sad parts. I was like, this movie I felt had more emotion than the last 2. As far as, like, what was going on between, Fili. Like, I don't know why I got into the elf and the Fili, or I can't remember.
I never got into it. But
yeah, but I was like, okay, I believe it.
I love that fight scene where the bridge falls.
Yeah,
the tower falls, and then they're fighting on this crumbling thing as they fall apart.
Yeah,
the way that Legolas takes out the final orc. That should have been the end of the movie. Like, screw the fight scene on the iceberg. Fuck that shit. That wasn't as cool after seeing him do a backflip, do like the WWE move on his shoulder, like.
Oh man!
Like in the theater, I was like, whoa. All right, that was good.
Legolas moments are always fun. I mean, and they're unnecessary. They don't even really need to be there, but they're fun. It's like it's popcorn. It's bullshit. But
speaking of unnecessary, at any point, I mean, you read the book. At no point during this entire Hobbit trilogy did I think that orc guy with the blade on his arm was the actual villain of these trilogies.
What do you mean?
He was the bad guy.
Oh yeah, he was just like the servant of Sauron or whatever.
He was the bad guy? He looked
kind of.
He
was the bad. Like, everybody had their own bad guy. Legolas had Bolg. Thorin had big white CG guy.
That's what I'm talking about. The CG guy. Who thought that would be the villain? I never read the books. He didn't seem like the villain. He seemed like he was.
No, he was not. He wasn't part of the books. He was a villain created specifically for Thorin. Well, I mean, they took a lot of creative liberties with this film.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of had to, because, I mean, let's face it. I mean, Bard, the character in the books. You've never read the books.
Bard?
Bard was the guy that's in Lake Town. The guy that killed the dragon.
Yeah.
In the damn books, he's introduced in the chapter that he kills the dragon and then is never heard from again.
I did like him.
But all that stuff surrounding him with the the leader of Lake Town and that little hunched over guy who got way too much screen time, that wasn't in the books at all. I mean, they made all that shit up.
Yeah, he was comedic relief. He was fun. He didn't hurt it. He wasn't.
I felt
he wasn't a Jar Jar.
Yeah, no, he wasn't a Jar Jar, but I felt it was too one-notey. That's just me.
I can see that.
It was just
You're
like,
what's he gonna do this time?
I'm evil, I am, and I'm in it for myself, I am. And I'm like, oh, come on, dude. Like, there's no arc for him. And then he's like, and then he has a brassiere on. He's like, oh, I got money, I'll tell you. I'm running away, all right? I'm like, oh. It's just like he started out scumbag and he remained scumbag. Honestly, I wish the dragon had fallen on him too. I mean, really, it's like, let's just go ahead and get him out of this thing. I mean, I guess he's the comic relief. The best comic relief in the movie was Bilbo.
He was great.
And I honestly, it's like the movie's called The Hobbit. Let's give Bilbo more screen time. And like,
he disappeared at certain points. You're like,
absolutely.
Wait, what's Bilbo doing? I forgot where he went.
Yeah, where's the Bilbo?
Where's the Bilbo? Where's the Hobbit in the Hobbit?
Yeah. No, I wish they would have, I mean, that's one of my things where too much screen time given to a character that means nothing and less screen time given to Bilbo, who is the funnier part of the movie. Like,
well, actors-wise, I think everything was acted very well. Nothing was cringeworthy at all.
No, yeah, I agree.
Bilbo was great. The king, I liked all the turmoil with him and the people back and forth.
Very good.
All the emotional scenes were good. Mm-hmm. All the back and forth like that, those were good. Can we talk about how there's an elf riding a moose?
Oh, yeah, the king.
And at one point, he picks up 6 guys with the moose and chops their heads off.
Because
then the moose gets shot, and he flips off and does the coolest looking, just like, whoosh, shot I've ever seen in a film. And also the part where they jump over the dwarfs' backs, the elves, and they jump over it. That was cool. See, this film has moments.
Oh, it does.
The whole trilogy has moments. Shouldn't have been a trilogy.
I mean, I would argue that the Lord of the Rings were bloated in places. They're great for what they were, but I also think they're great because they look better.
They look more real.
The CG orcs, fuck them. I mean, really, fuck them. I mean, the orcs are so much scarier in the Two Towers.
Yeah,
they're all dudes in makeup.
They're real.
They look so good. They're real. And then they got lazy on it. If you wanted to have like an orc be a bad guy that's a threat to Thorin, fine. Cast a real actor.
I think we said that during our review.
Yeah,
we said that in our review of the first one. Play clip now.
The orcs look weird. I mean, yeah, they went to CGI, which I'm confused by the decision because that was one of the biggest praises the Lord of the Rings got was like, wow, you guys took a lot of time and effort into like makeup and costumes and all that. I mean, the dudes had to sit in a chair for 9 hours to get makeup. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. And I get it's an easier decision to go, just make it animated.
And during the battle, there was some real people. And that's the first time I've seen like real orcs in these movies was when they were in the city fighting. Yeah. Those were people in makeup. And I was like,
yeah, they've always been there.
There they are.
But you know that should have been your like find one of those guys, make him scary, and make him your main villain. Don't make your main villain a CG looking monster. It's lame. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
That's what we think about the Hobbit movies. Yeah.
How do I think? But I am gonna have fun watching 1, 2, 3 Hobbit, 4, 5, 6 Lord of the Rings is all one big thing. I loved how they ended it. I thought the ending was great.
The little map.
The little map, because in Lord of the Rings, like go back and watch.
That's the first scene, but it's from the outside. But in that movie, it's from the door with Gandalf.
Yeah, but he actually Gandalf comes in and actually looks at the map.
Yeah,
like that map's there. So,
anyways, that's what we think. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment below and let us know what you think about the whole new movie and the new Hobbit and the whole trilogy. And does it suck or is it the best thing ever? The prequels were better for Star Wars. Oh my God! Now what are we gonna do? Are we gonna say when we say the prequels? Which one do we mean?
Oh, we mean Star Wars. Those were the worst.
If you want, we should start insulting each other. Be like. You're a prequel.
You're a prequel.
You're a prequel.
Your Empire fucking sucks.
Oh.
You're a Phantom Menace.
Anyway, I am a Phantom Menace.
You're a
Guys,
Phantom
like this
Menace.
video and subscribe to the channel and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and do all that shit. Go down there. The links are right down there. Just click them. Just click them and do it. They're right down there. They are. And we'll see you on the next episode of the show. Let's go eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Come on, let's go. Fuck it.
Bye, guys. Happy holidays.
Oh, yeah.
You get a happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Here's present.